generosity. Whenever I was growing up at First Baptist Odessa, it was great. Like loved it. My dad, every month he was giving. He never told me how much because he doesn't do that. But he was always giving, and he said 10%. I had a job where I was mowing yards, so I was making some money. I didn't have a full-time job. I was in high school, so I was just working enough to have something. And every time we got paid, he was like, "Hey, make sure you're setting aside that portion that you're going to be given." Whenever I came to Redeemer, I was like, "Hey, like, I don't have a job yet. I don't have money, so I'm going to give what I can. I'm going to give my time. I'm going to give the little bit of money that is available to me that I can give, and then I'm just going to be generous with the time I have and be generous with the abilities that the Lord's given me." I love serving in the kids at Redeemer. I started in the 3 and 4 year olds, and then I got moved to the third graders, and it's great just coming in and hearing all their stories every week and just getting to have fun with them, and just get to kind of just see their view of the gospel and just see how they view scripture and how young their faith is, and just getting to see kind of those things click in their mind as they start to understand. That is awesome to see every Sunday, to see the lights being on, the gospel being shared, to see the toys and the snacks and everything that we get to give to them. Like that is a product of the generosity of the church. Just thinking like this is going to have an eternal impact. It could have an eternal impact on somebody else too. Like giving to those ministries and then that being sent out to somebody else and having their lives changed because you gave a little bit because the church was able to fund that. Like that's awesome. Yeah, I think giving's hard because you feel like you're losing something that you worked so hard for. Like even though it's like I'm giving a small portion, it's like, man, that kind of hurts. It's like I got bills to pay. You're like, man, I got to have something. I got to save something. But then you don't realize how much money you spend eating out until you start adding it up. Like I eat Chick-fil-A a lot. Like I've added up that money, and it's like, man, if I hadn't spent all that, I could have definitely given more. If you're gonna be generous, you gotta give up some stuff sometimes. But being generous for the gospel is like giving others the opportunity to have eternity. To have the love of God for eternity. It's like that's awesome to have that, to have Jesus with them forever.